When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can seem intense. Like breakup R&B intense.
I thought you said you loved the sweater that I got you. If you didn't, you could have told me.
Geico makes it easy. Just go to Geico.com anytime to update or check your policy without all the extra drama.
I even had a gift receipt.
Mack is a renowned medical intuitive and spiritual life coach who has taken, completed, and even mastered a variety of healing modalities. After a near-death experience, he was shown and developed a simpler way to create healing and profound changes, now known as My Liquid Fish. He works with clients in person, on the phone, and over Skype worldwide, accessing energetic powers and co-creating changes that you can actually feel. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard. The call-in number is 713-955-0594. Press 1 if you would like to ask Jimmy Mack a question. Enjoy this 1 hour of profound healing.
Hey everybody, it's Jimmy Mack coming to you live from Clearwater, Florida. Beautiful here today and seasonably hot like the rest of the country. I always laugh at the weathermen when they go, oh, it's raining at the northwest, sunny in the east. Wow, please be more general than that, right? So thrilled to talk to you live. We're glad everybody's here. We always want to mix it up, make things fun. It's amazing how fast time flies. I'm looking at my big fat cat laying on my bed. He's a scream. And I think he's more dog than cat. What a riot. Had to come in here for the show, of course. You know, animals really sense the energy. And I could just see a bunch of people shaking their heads yes right now to that. I do a lot of pet healing all over the world. Everything from the kitty cats and doggies to horsies to all kinds of wild stuff. So never a dull moment. It's all just energy, folks. And once you get that figured out, you can figure out My Liquid Fish or any other form of healing. You can change all kinds of things. So it's always exciting and fun and different. And I think that's what keeps us all interested in it all. So got a great show lined up for you today. Tomorrow I'll be on Charlotte Spicer's show. That's Spiritual Insights. That's the first and third Wednesday of the month. It's always at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we take callers worldwide there as well. She does a lot of healing, and so do I. That address is blogtalkradio.com/Charlotte Spicer. It's CharlotteSpicer. So we hope you'll join us for that tomorrow. Next Tuesday, I have Marla Martinson on. She's a friend of mine. She's really good stuff out of LA. It's a show all about love, relationships, love questions. She's the author of 3 memoirs, Diary of a Beverly Hills Matchmaker and Hearts on the Line, and The Buddha Made Me Do It. So really, really cool. So, all right, let's try that. Maybe that's better. Anyway, sound-wise, we want to make things better for you guys and keep it stirred up. Well, you can hear me now. A lot of times we've been through the full moon, the hunter moon, and that's made a difference as well. So, very cool. And, unusual. So next week, Marla Martinson, and she is a really profound matchmaker and also healer in her own right. And we're happy to be here today with you all. And we have a good show for you as always. We like to have a lot of different guests and a lot of different insight into various things. And so today's guest has been a friend of mine. I had to do the math, had to be at least a few decades now. And then I thought, wait a minute, my youngest is 27 years old, hard to believe. And I remember, Joanne, when my youngest Hunter was in diapers, so how wild is that? And she's been doing readings for forever for people. She's a very talented reader and does tarot course, numerology. She's a really gifted intuitive life coach, just decades of experience and practice. And we're going to be doing some live readings today, depending on who all calls in. We want to have everybody ask questions. If you need a reading or a healing, you've come to the right place. So hopefully you can hear me now, much better, I guess. And we're going to go from there. And we'll introduce Joanne. Joanne, are you with us today? How are you?
I'm great, Jimmy. Thanks for having me on the show.
You bet. Thanks for being here, honey. Can you hear me okay? A lot of times it's so funny. I swear it's the energy and it's muffled, or I hear you fine. Hopefully you can hear me well as well.
I hear you much better than when we first started. So
okay.
Whatever you did, it's great.
Well, I did my liquid fish. That's for starters. So that's funny. As soon as I got the note, I just changed that. I've been talking to people, clients all over the world the last few days, and a lot of things go robotic halfway through our call, and it doesn't matter if it's this phone or Skype or what have you. So I swear it's the energy, and it's quite funny, really. It always entertains me. They're like little kids, you know that. So they're like little kids, pesky dogs, you know. It's amazing the stuff that comes through, and you know what I'm saying. So funny.
Absolutely. Now, for your listeners, to tell them a little bit how I'm different,
please. And start with your website too, and how they can get a hold of you, honey.
Okay, my website, of course, is www.psychic, and it's Joanne, Joanne, Leo.com. What makes it really unique and loving doing the work I do is your name on your birth certificate and your birth date is how you're registered in heaven. So it is chock full of all the things that you wanted to accomplish in this lifetime. I'm just a stenographer. And I get messages from your birth date and your name. And also it's very predictive because your personal year changes every year, your personal month of what's going on in the month, so we can look at the week. So it's very, very predictive, but it does have a chock full of information stored for your soul.
So it borders on Akashic readings, that kind of thing. I mean, you're tapping into the ethereal world, basically.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, awesome.
And I can't teach it, Jimmy. I was book trained, and I have great teachers. And 10 years ago, when I went to Sedona, I happened to go attracted to this woman who was a channeler, and she was not there. So the clerk in the store hands me the phone and said, on the contrary, she gets on the phone and says, I need to talk to you about your work. And I thought, oh, well, now she's got my attention. So I waited for her to come back, and she said to me, you are here to repair souls. And I didn't know what. She goes, you're a stenographer. It still didn't resonate. Till I came home,
wow.
I started doing my numerology, and it totally changed because it came from spirit. So I can't even teach it because it's with my angels and my spirit guides.
There you go. Well, hopefully folks eventually learn how to tune into their own people, but it's great to have a guide. You know, I love that tarot card that's really the Hermit or the Way Shower. I get that card all the time, you know. And so that's really the way I look at what you and I do, too. We're trying to be the way shower for people and hold that lantern up so they can at least see the choices. If you're in the middle of the cave and you could go in 5 different directions, you better have somebody helping you, or you better be, you know, wicked intuitive, as I like to say, to figure out which way to go, right?
Well, exactly. And I think what's really great about reading the soul, or their name on their birth certificate, or like their birth date, it gives a wealth of knowledge and direction, or what's coming up. Now, when I do my shows, or when I do just short little mini readings like we're going to do on the radio, I tune in their name and their birth date, and then that opens the window. So
love it. Yeah. And so for anybody calling in, it's 713-955-0594. a lot of folks in the queue and on hold and doing, the IM, but you got to press 1 if you have a question. So please be sure to press 1. I guess it's #1, and then in order to ask a question. Okay, folks, because otherwise you're sitting there thinking that you're going to ask a question and you're not. So we're thrilled to come to you live. So please raise your hand. Here we go. All right. First caller is 310. Hi. Where are you calling from? What's your name? I recognize that area code. But...
Hi, my name is Janet. I'm calling from Los Angeles.
Hi, Janet. How are you today? You have a question for Joanne? You need a reading or healing, or what's going on, honey?
I wanted to do a reading, whatever is meant to be said.
Sure. I'm going to hand you over to Joanne. Go ahead.
What's your birthday, Janet?
June 9th, 1967.
Okay. Well, you've been going through a lot of sorting through and a lot of responsibility. My feelings are real strong here, too, is be aware of situations where you're put to fix a lot of things that are beyond your control. Is that true?
Yeah.
So I like to look at it this way, Jan, and I think this will help you, honey, is that you need to look at these situations like a traffic light. You drive a car, right?
Uh-huh.
So I like to look at the red, the yellow, and the green. And there are a lot of people that you're giving green lights to that really warrant the yellow and the red. So here's what I'd like you to dwell on is to thy own self be true. But what I do feel about you is that you operate with guilt like I have to. Well, there's no have to, son. You don't have to put gas in your car. You don't have to pay taxes. You can choose to do those things because you want to get somewhere, or you don't want a penalty. So it's the same way with people that are bringing their problems on your, like a buffet on your plate, and you didn't even fill up the plate. They're doing it, and you've got to, exercise some. I really truly feel this is a great year for you to kind of step outside of the circle and take a real good gander at it, and because you can't fix everything, they've got to fix it.
Right.
You can impart your wisdom, hon, and then it's hands off. Say, well, you know what, you could do this, or you could think about doing this, and I'm sure you'll figure it out hands off.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
If you didn't, and I have to tell you this because I'm a firm believer in this. Guilt is a useless emotion unless you've done something wrong, hon. If you haven't done something wrong, you didn't bring your stuff to the party to create it. It's not yours. So guilt can keep us trapped. And I always like to say, well, if I didn't create it and I didn't bring it to the party, I'm not doing guilt. And I'm Italian, hon, so I was raised with a teaspoonful of oatmeal and a teaspoonful of guilt. So I had to learn. I had to learn that lesson that guilt is a useless emotion and what I sign up for. And believe me, you're talking to a former fixer.
Okay, that makes plenty sense. I'm going through a divorce.
Okay.
I'm at the end process. And it's like, what?
Okay.
I feel like I have to maintain certain relationships. But lately I feel like, what? No, I get to put boundaries because just because you're, a relative of my ex doesn't necessarily make you the Queen of England,
Well, yeah, it's all about choices, Janet. It's all about choices, and there's no have to. Just remember that. Don't let somebody put you in that box, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
And the key thing is it's boundaries. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what I'll work on right now is boundaries. So that makes plenty of sense.
Okay.
Love it.
Well,
there you go. Love it.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Hey, Janet, you want to stand up? We'll see what we can change for you, too. Face due north. You want to have your feet about hip width apart. And for folks listening, you have a pendulum, you can play along or face due north and stand up. So if you just say, my name is Janet, you'll feel the pull forward for yes.
My name is Janet. Whoa.
Okay. And if you say, my name is Nemo the fish, you'll feel a pull backwards for no.
My name is Nemo the fish. Wow.
Okay. Feel the difference, right? So here's what comes to, and Joanne is right on target, right on point, which I fully expect from her, knowing her this many years and seeing how accurate she can be. And what comes up for you is it's safe and comfortable to just say no. So when you say that, see if it pulls you forward, back, or in between. It's safe and comfortable to just say no.
It's safe and comfortable to just say no. Yeah.
And is it going forward, back, or in between now?
Forward, but...
Forward. Okay. So you at least have it. So what's this? Yesterday it was safe and comfortable for Janet to say no. It's going to pull you back to no.
Okay. What if you're, like, more stable in the middle with just a slight pull?
It's indeterminate. Yeah. You're in the middle. It's like not knowing. It's like a place of neutrality. Makes sense?
Right.
But now if we fast forward to today, you have it now because I've changed it. So now it's going to pull you straight forward, just me saying it yes now. You know what I mean? It's undeniable, right? I know. It's very magnetic. That's true. I love it. So that alone is going to help you. That is a bottom line core belief or issue that you've had for many, many years. It's like you're kind of like me. People go, hey, I really like that shirt, and you're busy taking it off, trying to hand it to them, right? You can have my shirt, my last shirt. It was my last one, but you look like you really loved it, so, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, I jokingly say I'm voyeuristic when it comes to even the kids and the grandkids having pleasure. I'd love watching them open presents, and if they hand it to me, I'm handing it to the grandchild to unwrap for me, you know. So
I
get it, you know, and it takes, you know, kind of retraining your mind, your heart, your body, mind, and belief, and really these patterns. And like Joanne had brought up, you need the ability to just say no and realize, you know, I promise you these people, when we're sitting there thinking, oh, my God, I wonder if they're upset or they're worried about me or they're mad about me, and they're sitting there going, I wonder what I'm going to have for lunch. You know, you're the last thing on their mind, I promise. Okay. So, makes sense, right? So, yeah. And, you know, if I don't like a movie, I get up and leave. And so you don't need to be married for forever either. And if you go through divorce, oh, well, you know, and you end up with the next person. I hope they're 1,000,000% better. You know, I jokingly say my 3-year marriage was the best 3 months of my life. So you know what I'm saying. And, you know, there's everything else after that was, but we got beautiful sons out of it, and we get along great today, you know, and she's awesome, and everybody loves her, and, you know, that's the way it is. So, but, you know, a lot of times we come together just for, believe it or not, having kids, a business, to create something, and then once that creation or that mission is accomplished, you know, the marriage dissolves in some way, and we move on to other people. So does that make sense for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so be okay with that. Be at peace with that. Yeah. Okay? We appreciate you calling in. We hope you had fun.
Thank you so much. I did.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Awesome. You too. Thanks again. Bye-bye. 253 is our next caller. Hi, are you there? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Holly from Seattle.
Hi, what's your name?
Holly.
Hi, Holly. Would you like a little reading from Joanne?
Yes, please.
Awesome.
Hi, Holly. Are you spelling it Holly or IE?
Why?
Okay. What's your birthday, Holly?
10/25/64.
Okay. Well, Holly, do you feel like you are procrastinating some things? I feel like sometimes you just have it running around in your head, and it's like ring around the rosy here. Is that about right?
I think I'm just procrastinating dating again.
Well, I know that it's procrastination, honey. That's the first thing that Spirit said to me. I think what would be really good for you, and I know that you've had your fair share of boo-boos or disappointments.
Mm-hmm.
So what I find that works really well with my gals that have been in your situation is you got to have a non-negotiable list, hon. Okay?
Okay.
Because if it's not written and it's just in your head, you meet somebody and then you got your little rose-colored glasses on and you want to be happy and you're forgetting the things that are important. If, like on my non-negotiable list, would certainly be somebody who is not a liar or somebody who manipulates. They have to be have a strong work ethic because that's who I am, and they have to be family oriented. I could go on, but you have to have a non-negotiable list. And I really feel when it's written, it helps you. I love this word. I absolutely love this word. It's discerning. And without being critical. You see, here's the kicker, is when we get critical or we have boo-boos and then we're negative, then we kind of block our good from coming to us. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Let me look at what's going on. This year, I think it's time for you to take a strong direction, except to get out of the procrastination. I think it's kind of like you're afraid to get hurt again. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But if you go with the mindset, because, our thoughts are like magnets, It's like Florence Scovel Shin in The Game of Life says, it's like a boomerang. So you think, and then all of a sudden you're saying, well, I'm afraid to get hurt. So whether it's in your head or whether it's something that you're verbally saying, it's like a boomerang. Exactly what you don't want to happen, you're drawing right back to you. So I want you to get more confident to know what it is that you feel would be a healthy relationship for you. With your birth date, though, a lot of times you hold a lot of your thoughts and feelings to yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, and communication to me is critical in a relationship. Before I can say I love you to somebody, okay, first of all, I got to have trust, I got to have respect, and I got to have excellent communication. Now, if you are holding your thoughts in your head, that other person on the receiving end has absolutely no blipping clue what you want, what you feel, what you think. Are you with me?
Yeah, but I didn't have any problem telling my ex any of that.
Okay. Well, that's good because communication, how you feel and how you think or what you expect, I think that's the key thing here. What do you expect in a relationship? I want you to get clear on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I do feel that you're in a great cycle now to jump back in the ring. October, November, December looks to be very good for a relationship for you with your numbers. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So bearing in mind what I said to you is have a clear idea of the type of person you want to share your heart with.
Yeah.
But this is a real good cycle for you. You want to jump in, Jim?
Yeah, definitely. I would say, too, I tell all the beautiful women, you can't sit around on the couch watching TV hoping the UPS, FedEx, or the mailman guys drop dead gorgeous, You've got to get out there, get into the mix, right? And so you have really got to accept every invitation. You never know. It is always like the Kevin Bacon story of Hollywood, it's 5 steps away. So you could be invited to some Halloween party you don't even want to go to, but you go there, you see a friend you haven't seen in a long time, they introduce you to their cousin who's, the end of the world gorgeous and just moved to your town. And so you see the 5 different jumps that you have to take to get there to meet that person. And so Spirit always has a hand in all of that. And I think that's the way it really goes. Do you want to stand up and change some things? You face due north? All right, here we go, Holly. So if you're standing there due north, strong mountain pose and yoga, it's going to pull you forward. When you say my name is Holly, it should pull you forward for yes.
Okay. I did.
Say it out loud. It's a radio show.
My name is Holly. Okay.
Feel the pull forward, right? But if you say my name is Nemo the fish, you'll feel the pull back.
My name is Nemo the fish. Ooh, fast back.
Yeah,
I went back
there you go. Yeah, so we're just showing the difference between yes and no, or positive, negative right now. So I'm going to drop in for you. It's safe and comfortable to love and be loved. And you can say that and see if you go forward, back, or in between. It's safe and comfortable to love and be loved.
I am comfortable to love and be loved. Yes, I went forward.
Good. And I want also to create for you, I am the choice instead of the option. You can say that and see if you go forward, back, or in between. I am the choice instead of the option.
I am the choice instead of the option. Like more forward, like I'm almost losing my balance.
Love it. So that's coming in right now. I guarantee it wasn't there yesterday, but it's there now. Does that make sense? Is there anything else you would like to change as far as dating goes, or being out there, perhaps having the courage to follow up?
Okay. I would like to have the courage to get out there again.
Yeah. Well, let's make it as if it's so, and we'll see if you go forward, back, or in between. I have the courage to get out there and become romantically involved again.
I have the courage to get back out there and be romantically involved again. Yeah, forward again. Yeah,
so you test out great. So the only thing holding you back is you, I believe, in the events and moving forward. Again, you want to accept every invitation. You want to have things show up for you. You always accept any weird invitation. You never know. And check in with your highest and best self and see if this is your highest and best. But you're going to wind up meeting somebody, I think, like Joanne said, same thing. Maybe not October, but certainly November. The next 1, 2, 3, 4, within the next 5 weeks, around Thanksgiving. Even if you get invited to some Thanksgiving dinner of friends or families or relatives, you need to go. You don't know who else might be invited or where you might go after dinner, quote unquote. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's going to take you a long way. Okay?
Thank you both so much.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it, honey. You have a great day.
Bye.
Keep us posted. Reach out anytime. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. I love it. 818, Carolyn, you're next. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from California.
Hi, Carolyn. How are you? You got a question for Joanne?
Yes. Well, I just want a little short reading and whatever she can pick up. My first name is Carolyn, Carolyn, and my date of birth is August 22nd, 1949.
Well, Carolyn, you're special, so you've got a master number for a birthday. So it's kind of like you've always had the support from the higher power of God, the angels, and whatever. And you haven't always had the easiest rodeo. Is that right?
That's true. That's correct.
I know it's correct, honey. Yes, but you're here to make You're here to make a difference. You will always land on your feet, believe it or not. No matter what storms that you've had to come through, because it's always a rainbow. This year, I really feel like I'm doing your personal year. It's a time for you to kind of really have some fun, and because I know that you've had a lot of serious things to deal with over and over again. Is that about right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, so I want you to be, this word, people crunch on this word, and it's hilarious, but because we're labeled even as children, well, you got to share everything and don't be selfish, this and that. Well, I want you to be selfless to yourself. Put yourself first. Put yourself first on the calendar, and really go out there and try to do something different. I feel more social things. You need to do more social things, or and have some fun here, hon. It's kind of like you've gone through a lot of emotional turmoil or ups and downs, and people pulling you into their drama. You've got to say stop.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I need fun.
I would. Last year wasn't your easiest rodeo, okay? But
Yes.
I think this is a year for you to kind of take a deep breath and really see what last year really taught you, because there's always a lesson if we could get out of the drama. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
If we could just step out that circle, take a different look and say, oh boy, and what did I bring to the party? If you didn't bring it to the party, you didn't create it, you didn't give birth to it, I want you to say, God bless you,
Yes.
and have some fun, okay? Because I know that you're a very take charge kind of girl. You want to, when they fall down, you pick everybody up. Well, it's time for you to start spoiling yourself.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I had decided that's what I was going to do.
Well, confirmation is the beautiful part of doing the spiritual work, what Jimmy and I do, of hearing somebody saying, right, that was right on target, spot on, or that makes sense. But when we hear that, we know we're in the right pew, so to speak, okay?
Yes.
And,
yes.
And you got the confirmation, sweetheart, that your soul has been feeling. You just needed to hear it with your ears.
I did. Yes, I have it. Thank you.
Okay, honey. So I want you to go and have fun. I want you to put yourself first on the calendar, and I want you to learn to say no without guilt. Is it the N or the O they don't get? Is it the N or is it the O they don't get? There's a lot of ways to say no, Carolyn, and I spout this all the time. Not at this time. I'll take a rain check. I'd love to, however, okay? That's still saying no.
Right.
Don't feel guilty about saying no. You have the power to say no.
Okay. I've been doing it. I started it. So, yes, I'm going to continue doing it.
Okay. Well, that's your confirmation that and remember I told you have that master number, so it's kind of like the angels will come forward when you need them the most, believe me.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I didn't know that.
You're welcome.
Carolyn, you want to stand up? We'll rock some stuff out real quick. All right. You want to face due north?
Yes.
Yeah. Stand up.
I'm
face due north.
Yes.
And if you just say, my name is Carolyn, you'll feel the pull forward.
My name is Carolyn. Yes. Okay.
Nice. My name is Nemo the fish. I'll pull you backwards.
My name is Nemo the fish. I'm going backwards. Yes.
Love it. So then I would do, it's safe and comfortable for me to just say no.
It's uncomfortable for me to just say no. Okay, I went forward.
Yeah, so it's safe and comfortable now for you to just say no.
It is safe and comfortable for me to say no now. Okay, I went forward.
Love it. Okay. And so that's the kind of thing you'd want to change or stir up so that you can break away. I would do also for you, it's safe and comfortable to just be myself and see if you go forward, back, or in between.
Okay. It is safe and comfortable for me to be myself. I'll go forward, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And then it's safe and comfortable for me to tell others no without guilt.
It is safe and comfortable for me to tell others no without guilt. Yes.
Love it. I love that. You test out fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to change or make different?
Oh, you know what? I can't think of anything right now. I think you covered a lot, and I appreciate what you did.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're thrilled to work with you, and, I call it work play, really. And I think you're really on the right track, and you've really reached that awakening. And sometimes my joke is it takes a stranger to come through with the clarification you need from Spirit. And so for Joanne to tell you all those things without knowing you at all, it's very profound that you're already on that track and thinking along those lines anyway. And so it's just tremendous confirmation from Spirit, I feel. And we just got to do that. Noticing your birthday too, as we age, it becomes much easier to say no and go, no, I'm good. You know, you guys go to the raging party all night long or whatever obscure thing, you know, and people go, Jimmy, go with us and go camping. I'm like, camping? It's like going to the W would be, you know, camping for me. The Hilton would be roughing it for me, you know. It's like, are you kidding? So that ain't going to happen. So I want to make it just safe and comfortable for you to tell these people, no, do what you want to do. I really feel like this will be, the rest of your life's going to be the best of your life kind of thing. Does that make sense? It's almost like you're opened up into open running room right now, if that makes sense. It's like you're coming out of this forest and they're showing me open fields and streams and all that. So that's tremendous confirmation that you can almost have a designer life, if you will. Okay?
Yes, that's beautiful. Thank you, Joanne and Jimmy. I
Thank you for
appreciate
calling in. We appreciate it.
Oh, yes,
Thank
it's
you.
exciting. Okay, you guys have a great day.
Posted. Okay, honey, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hi, 719, you're next. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Julia. I'm calling from Colorado.
Hey, Julia. You have a question for Joanne?
I was just wondering about if I'm gonna find love this year, maybe like in the beginning of next year.
Okay, Julia, what's your birthday, honey?
June 2nd, 1978.
Okay. Hold on, I'm computing.
Okay.
Well, I think here's a couple things that Spirit wants you to know. Number one is that you've got to let go of your past boo-boos. It's almost like I feel like you put them all in a suitcase and your one arm is longer than the other one because you're just dragging this on. You need to let go of the past of when you've been hurt or disappointed, sweetheart, okay?
Yeah.
And I know that really well because I have a J for my first initial as well as much as Jimmy does too. However, you are very sensitive, and a lot of people don't even know that you are this caring person, and a lot of times that goes forward and you get taken advantage of without your safeguards in order here.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like, mean what you say what you mean kind of thing, and expecting people to be not jaded or take the rose-colored glasses off. It's kind of like what I was telling Janet, our first caller, too, is set up some boundaries for yourself and ask a lot of questions. You have to be a good detective when it involves your heart, you know. But when you have a non-negotiable list, it makes it easier for you to say, no, that's not for me, or I wish you the best, and move on, okay? But I do feel that there's in numerology, when I did your personal year, it's going to give me a quadrant of how the are changing. And so you too, this October, November, December is a very good cycle for you to develop a relationship. But like I said, you have to be discerning. No rose-colored glasses. See it for what it is. It's like I counsel all these women, and I'm sure Jimmy will agree with me. And they'll slide. They'll see things that are not right, but I can help you. I can fix you. So come with me. Well, eventually that winds up not being in your best interest, honey. Okay.
Okay.
So I want you to be more selective. Okay.
Okay.
But I want you to get out there because I do feel that there is somebody for you, and I see you being much more happy when you can put the look at the past of lesson learned, not get into the drama of what happened. What was my lesson? Well, I made excuses for this person, or I jumped in without enough information. Okay. So going forward, you have to let go of your past boo-boos and look at it as what were my lessons. And when you can do that, you're going to make a much healthier choice.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Does that help, honey?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You want to stand up? We'll see what we can change for you.
Okay.
So if you stand up and face due north, start with I am clear. We're going to do it for everybody and see if you go forward, back, or in between. I am clear.
I am clear.
It should be pulling you forward now.
Yeah, it did.
Nice.
That's
Very
funny.
cool. Okay. Yeah, I know it's wild. I do it all day long. So very nice. So I would do it's safe and comfortable for me to love and be loved. And see now if you go forward, back, or in between. And I just said it, so they heard me.
Okay.
We'll see if it pulls you forward, back, or in between. Safe and comfortable to love and be loved.
It went forward.
All right. You feel the wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll bring you back to neutral once it's done. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. I would do too for you. Also, I would bring up, and Joanne pointed it out, in a big way, and that's great. And it's safe and comfortable to be fully present and move forward without the past haunting these upcoming relationships. And we'll see if that's yes, no, or in between.
Okay.
And I just said it. They heard me. And we'll just see which way you go now. You'll feel the drift. And all of a sudden it'll pull you straight forward to yes. And what you're feeling is the in-between, where we're deleting out any blocks, anything that's negative. And then all of a sudden it'll drop you forward to yes.
Yeah, I did.
There you go. Make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. We appreciate you calling in.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I hope we were of help to you today. And you can reach out, of course, to Joanne or myself if you need anything else or anything else shows up for you. JimmyMackHealing.com for everybody that's listening. And the best way to get a hold of me is info, at JimmyMackHealing.com. And anyone who sends out an email to me will also get sent back an ebook. There's audios in there. There's videos that have never been released, and even a bunch of different pieces and products. There's even audio from a book in there. Again, radio shows, a variety package. It's all free, by the way. And Joanne, can you tell her how to get a hold of you for follow-up as well? Your website?
My website is www.psychicjoanne, Joanne, Leo.com.
Thank you, Joanne and Jimmy.
You bet. Thank you, and thanks for calling in, honey. Keep us posted, okay? We'll help you any way we can.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, 727, you're next. What's your name? We know where you're calling from.
That would be local.
Okay. What's your name?
Well, Sarah for all intents and purposes, but I'm
Okay.
a frequenter of yours, Jimmy and Joanne. You've helped me out through more things than I can count, so I just wanted to call in and thank you guys for everything that you do, and thanks for helping to make my life more amazing. That's all.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful. That's great to hear, Sarah.
Love it. Oh, we're glad you called, honey, just to even say that. It's very encouraging to others. And, we're all about helping and contributing to people, and that's why I even do this show. It's all free, folks. So anything we can do to kick the ball down the road and help people out, callers like you, that's the reason we do what we do. And, we're excited about our life's work. For Joanne and I, it's not some hobby or something we do on the weekends or nights. We live and breathe this morning, noon, and night, and people go, well, how do you work 7 days a week? And it's like, well, it's not roofing, it's not plumbing, it's not electrical. Right. That would be exhausting, right? But we just so enjoy, and we're so into what we're doing that it's just exciting and fun. So I love it. So you have a question at all, Sarah?
No, I
Anything
just need to clear out space to make more place for money and just for all my loved ones to stay safe and happy. That's about it. Everything's been going really awesome lately, and thank you for that.
Okay. Well, yeah, Dan, go ahead, Joanne.
Appreciate it. I ditto what Jimmy said, and thank you for sharing that with the audience because it's exactly what Jimmy said. This is our passion, and we do it because we got the appointment some way, somehow, haven't we, Jim?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, there's days where we're really busy as all get out and other days where we can do writing and, audios and different things and work on different things. But that's what we're about. And we'll always make time for folks like you because, it's what we live and do. And I think it always remains fascinating to us, too. And, people might bring a problem or a challenge in and we're tuning in and they might have 3 different options and we're both telling them about the same thing. Option number 2 is your best way to go. And on some level, they always thought that was the way to go anyway. So for a lot of folks, we're a great confirmation piece. So you want to stand up, rock some stuff out?
I'm up, I'm north.
All right. Due north, I love it. So what would you like to change or make different? You mentioned money.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it for you.
I'm working on it. I just need to bring in more new business.
Okay, well, let's just say that now. Safe and comfortable to bring in more new business.
That's how to know.
And so I'm just going to fish that out. It's myliquidfish.com, folks. Surrender that into the void, and it'll pull you straight forward when it changes.
Okay.
Nice. And let's do it safe and comfortable to just be me.
Yeah, it pulled me back and then it pushed me forward really quick.
Yeah. A lot of times it's because we're on the airwaves right now and Joanne and I are just triading everybody and energetically changing things, So it goes that much faster, which is a dream. So what else shows up? Kids, family, yep. Everybody healthy?
Oh, kids are healthy. I just am, I know you met with them special, and since then it's been awesome. We've had a couple little incidents, but it's really been a huge change. So more of that would be great.
Oh, yeah. More of that, please. So let's just do a big prayer for you and everybody listening that has children or ever is going to have children and grandchildren. Believe, think, know, and feel, ready, willing, and able, know when, where, how, and why, that everything will turn out fine for them, healthy, wealthy, wise, well-behaved, creative, and fun. And pull Sarah forward when you bring this in for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, that was a big one. That was a big push.
Yeah, that's because it's for you and those babies and everybody who ever listens. So that's a pretty much bigger field than if we just worked on you individually. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah, and Joanne, right around New Year's, you had told me the new guy I was dating was probably going to end up being my soulmate, and so far so good. And we're keeping communication open. So thank you for that. I wasn't sure, and so far so good.
I'm so happy, and that's why I always tell these girls, bring me the information, and we'll look at it. So thank you for that confirmation, Sarah, and of course I wish you all the best. You know that.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for all you do.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you calling in for the confirmation and for really being the catalyst for change for everybody that's listening and everyone that ever even hears this, with children especially, and they're our future, and so anything we can do to create more change and creativity and love, joy, and glory and ease for them, the better. I love it. Okay?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thanks so much, you guys. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Always makes your heart feel good, Joanne, when we have people that we've shared as clients, and they come back later and say, hey, everything you said was pretty much true or spot on, and it makes a difference. And that's a huge part of why we do what we do. And it's not out of ego or flattery. It's like, yes, we're like excited for them, right? And when they get that new job, that new adventure, that new love, it's like, yes, it's like a huge achievement even for us, almost as if we've won it too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's like, yes, it's kind of like, doing our little arm pump there saying, yes, thank you, God, that was right on. So, we're helpers, on the spiritual side. It's wonderful to hear the benefits like Sarah had shared with us of the confirmation. That's everything in this work. Absolutely.
Very cool. I love it. Hey, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you'll come on again one day. And you and I barely had time to talk. We had so many call-ins, but that's a dream, right?
Absolutely. Well, we always have good synergy, Jimmy. We have shared, I've sent clients to you, you've sent clients to me, and it's absolutely amazing. And I'll send them back to you with the prescription for working with the fish, the liquid fish. So it is a wonderful, wonderful relationship.
I love it. And thanks for being with us and being on the show today. Please tell everybody again your website, how to get a hold of you.
It's www.psychicjoanne, Joanne, Leo.com.
Love it. Thanks again, honey. We appreciate it. Folks, next Tuesday, we're going to have Marla Martinson, for those of you who are just now joining us. And that show is going to be all about love and relationships and love questions. And she's the author of 3 memoirs, one of which is Diary of a Beverly Hills Matchmaker, and Hearts on the Line, and The Buddha Made Me Do It. And that's Marla Martinson. And she's really cool and intuitive in her own right, too. And so that's exciting. That's next Tuesday. So join us for that with your love questions. Tomorrow, of course, the first and third Wednesday of the month, I'm always on the show with Charlotte Spicer, and that's Spiritual Insights Radio. So join us for that. And Charlotte always brings it, has a great show as well. And also, just to let everybody know, we're coming out with a new audio MP3, which is going to be really cool. And that comes out tomorrow. And that's called Transactional Space. And what that is about buying and selling things with the upcoming Christmas season. Hello, you're going to need it. It's about a 30-minute audio MP3. It can play on the phone, the computer, what have you. And there's a lot of good stuff on that. I've actually tested it now for a couple, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, really, with clients. And some people in the real estate business had multi-million-dollar sales and all kinds of things happen. And people that were afraid to cold call initially or had really kind of lost that golden touch or glaze in sales, they listened to this thing one time for 30 minutes, folks, and then they started blazing the phone the next day and making money. So what a dream. It took over a year to develop it. So that'll be released tomorrow. So thank you for everything. And especially, yes, Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, we love you. And got a lot of great things happening. And we sure appreciate you being the producer and helping us all out. And Tiffany's got a dozen folks just like me with different shows. So reach out anytime, people. We can help you in any way. It's JimmyMackHealing.com, info at JimmyMackHealing.com. And if you send an email to us, we'll send you out all kinds of information. It's all free. Thanks, everyone. We love you. Have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything!
Fashion emergency hotline.
Help, I'm in a haunted house.
Oh, I love Halloween.
No, it's my closet. My fall clothing is frightening.
Oh, that is scary. Go to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yeah, save up to 50% off store-wide at Old Navy's big fall sale. It's the sale of the season.
50% off? Now you're talking.
With cute, cozy sweaters, flattering dresses, and stylish jeans, the only thing that will scare you will be your savings. Plus, right now, clearance is up to 75% off.
Oh, thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank Old Navy. Valid 10/17 to 10/22. Select styles only.